launched with Space Coast Daily. Through spacecoastdaily.com, Space Coast Daily's social media, in print with Space Coast Daily newspaper and the magazine, as well as email blasts and the mobile app, and also at Space Coast Daily events, you can reach new customers every day. Get launched with Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Call 321-323-4460 today. Are you seeking ways to plan for the future financially? Are you thinking about your retirement, your golden years? Are you thinking about possibly some instruments that will help you lead a healthier financial life? Well, in the studio with us today at Space Coast Daily, we have Corey Board, who's a very experienced person who can really help you plan for your future and really plan for the way in which you'd like to grow financially. Corey Board, welcome to Space Coast Daily.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me, Giles.
Well, it's a real pleasure to meet you. Before we get into the financial details of planning your future with Corey, tell us about your background. I know you're from a beautiful island of Trinidad, you're a former cricketer and so on, but you have an interesting background in that you're in the technical side. You were in the semiconductor business for a while, weren't you? So tell us about your background and how you ended up wanting to help people with financial affairs.
Yeah, so came here in 1989 from Trinidad. Basically, when I was 14, turned 15 years old. Worked in semiconductors, started out locally at Harris Semiconductor in 1996, and actually transitioned from semiconductors into being in business for myself.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. I've always wanted to ask someone this. What was it like working at Harris, that massive company? What was that like?
It was awesome. I learned a lot.
Okay.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do so much, don't they, Harris? They really made a big impact on the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And one of the key factors that I was able to transition into what I do today is paying attention to detail.
So Corey, when somebody meets with you and they get to know you, they like you, and they trust you, how does it make you feel when you take someone like that and you help them build a future financially?
It feels great. I really enjoy helping folks in our community. What we do affect lives. Mm-hmm. Having the correct insurance is very important. Mm-hmm. Insurance is for protection, and if something happens and you need the protection, you want it there for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's a big decision, isn't it? Life insurance, who to go with, what products to purchase, how to plan for tax-free planning and make sure you maximize that. People are living longer, right? So sometimes people live longer than they may be financially planned for. And then they have assisted living care, and they have, maybe even dementia care and things of that nature. So planning for that and having a pathway to a happy life is so important, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. It is very important. Even home health care, for example. I tell a lot of families, or I recommend to a lot of families, that option. Parents don't want to burden their children, mm-hmm. Okay? But let's say a retiree could live with their children, but the children could still work, and the care could help while the children are at work. Mm-hmm. You see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, back in the old days, Grandma and Grandpa would go live with the kids, right? And they'd be taken care of with that family, but that's not always possible. And so having a financial plan to be able to pay for assisted living if you need, or home health care, is very important. So, it's a very generalized question, but I'm 59. At what age should a person be planning, for savings, for life insurance, for those financial instruments that can be used for a wide variety of uses?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, because the way the premiums are structured, the younger you are, the more cost-effective the premiums are usually. Mm-hmm.
This is Corey Board with Board Insurance, Finance, and Investments. He's here in Brevard County to help you, sit down with you for a free consultation. He's a very nice man, trustworthy person, and you can sit down with him and learn a lot, and maybe come up with a pathway to that successful future that you like. Let's talk about retirement benefits and trust reviews. That's a big thing. Alice and I now planning, for our retirement and our eventual passing on to our kids, right?
Correct.
So we're trying to figure out now how to structure that. Should we be giving money away now? Should we be buying this instrument? Should we be buying real estate? Is that something that you offer in terms of planning for a person like myself going forward?
We help with the trust review with respect to making sure that assets are titled properly. But as far as, let's say, setting up a trust, an attorney will be required for that.
And then presumably you can refer people to that and would recommend in that regard?
Correct, yes. In the area, yes, we could definitely do that.
Okay. Let's talk about Medicare. Obviously that's something that you're very expert in. Can you give us an overview of that, and what kind of things should people consider in some sort of supplement that they want to get for that?
Okay, well, in the Medicare world, there are actually two sides of the fence. Option one will entail original Medicare, and also the option to get a supplement is available, only with original Medicare. And basically, the supplement would cover any of the co-pays, deductibles, and co-insurance that Medicare doesn't cover. And by the way, there are about 10 different levels of supplements. Okay, so it's very important to sit down with a licensed health insurance agents to understand the different plans that are available. On the other side of the fence are the Medicare Advantage plans, also known as Part C Medicare. Those are the HMOs and PPOs, the POS plans that you may see a lot of commercials on television, etc. Being that they're HMOs and PPOs, you're dealing with networks, okay? Versus original Medicare, there are no networks. So you pretty much go wherever you want to go. Over 90% of institutions, providers, hospitals accept original Medicare.
Okay. So obviously the first question someone might ask is these supplements for the Medicare, what's the cost? Obviously it varies, right, according to age. How does that work? And kind of give me an idea, or give the folks an idea on a average expense that they could expect to spend for the supplements.
So as far as the supplements are concerned, and the different levels of supplements, again, there are about 10 of them. The high deductible plans are, let's say, a lesser premium, and those would start anywhere from $51 to about $58 a month in Brevard County. Okay, but there is a deductible with those. The current 2022 Medicare the current 2022 high deductible is $2,370 a year.
Okay.
Okay.
You know those figures, that's good. $2,370.
$2,370 per year.
That's the deductible for the year.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. But it's not a deductible where you pay all at once. So for example, you pay the first $233, which is a Medicare Part B deductible. You pay that first 100%. Once that is met, Medicare Part B kicks in 80%, and you are liable for the 20%. So that first $233 plus each additional 20% that you pay offsets the high deductible of $2,370 for the year. Okay. So premium again between $51 for a female, maybe $58 for a male, and that's turning 65.
Okay.
As far as the age is concerned. If you want to say the most comprehensive plan or supplement would be the Plan G for recipients that are newly eligible in 2022, and the Plan G would be anywhere in the neighborhood from $170 for a female to maybe about $200 a month for a male. And then there are other ones in between.
You can tell he knows the details that work in the semiconductor business.